According to a report from the National Institute on Aging, more than 68% of men over the age of 60 report experiencing a decline in male vitality, prolonged fatigue, or frequent nighttime urination. However, many often believe these are simply natural signs of aging. But have you ever asked yourself if the real cause truly comes from age alone, or whether there might be other silent factors that we have not paid attention to? There is one very simple thing that is often overlooked, and that is the way we drink water each day. It may sound like a small matter, but in reality, water plays a very important role in maintaining male vitality. After 60, from supporting circulation to hormone function and prostate health. In today's video, I will share with you the secret to drinking water the right way. It is not about drinking as much as possible, but about drinking properly to naturally support both male vitality and urinary health in a way that is easy to practice right at home. If you are watching from any country, please leave a comment below to let me know. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel so you will not miss other useful videos about elderly healthcare. Once a man reaches the age of 60, his body undergoes many profound changes, most notably the decline in male vitality, hormonal function, as well as the stable operation of the prostate and urinary system. One interesting fact that many people overlook is the role of water in this entire process. According to a study published in the American Journal of Physiology in 2018, water makes up about 60% of an adult's body weight and is a core component that helps the circulatory system function smoothly. When the body is properly hydrated, the blood becomes thinner and circulates more easily, delivering oxygen and nutrients to every cell, especially to the pelvic region, which is closely related to male vitality. On the other hand, when the body lacks water, the blood becomes thicker and moves more slowly, reducing blood flow to vital organs, including the prostate and hormonal system. That is why drinking water is not just about quenching thirst, but also serves as a foundation for naturally and sustainably maintaining hormonal function in later years. In addition, water helps regulate the activities of the kidneys and liver, two organs responsible for filtering waste and balancing hormones in the body. Especially for older adults, the ability to sense thirst decreases significantly compared to when they were younger. This causes many people to unknowingly let their body fall into a state of dehydration without realizing it. That is why some people, even without engaging in much physical activity, still feel prolonged fatigue and a noticeable decline in vitality. Another factor that cannot be overlooked is that water helps support the nervous system, reducing stress, and thereby indirectly maintaining stable male vitality. When the nervous system is relaxed, the body can easily regulate its biological rhythms, creating favorable conditions for hormonal activity to function smoothly. The habit of drinking water properly each day is not just a minor matter. It is truly one of the pillars that help men after the age of 60 preserve their vitality, confidence, and optimistic spirit in daily life. One surprising fact is that most men over the age of 60 often do not realize they are experiencing a state of mild, prolonged dehydration, also known as chronic mild dehydration. This is actually one of the silent causes that directly leads to a decline in male vitality, affecting hormonal function in later years, as well as the health of the prostate and urinary system. When the body lacks water, the blood becomes thicker and circulates more slowly. As a result, the delivery of oxygen and nutrients to vital organs is delayed, especially to the pelvic region, which is closely related to male vitality. At the same time, the production of nitric oxide, a natural compound that helps blood vessels relax and expand to promote circulation, is also significantly reduced, according to Dr. Kevin McVeary, a men's health specialist in the United States. He emphasizes that losing just 3% of the body's water content is enough to cause a clear reduction in blood circulation capacity. It does not stop there. Dehydration also increases cortisol levels, a hormone related to stress, which suppresses the body's natural male hormones. When cortisol rises, testosterone decreases. This has a negative impact on vitality and the sense of strength and wellness in men as they age. In addition to circulation and hormonal factors, lacking water also causes the kidneys and liver to function less effectively, reducing their ability to filter out toxins, thereby creating additional strain on the body. A real-life case is Mr. John, 67 years old, living in Texas, who once came to the clinic often feeling fatigued, experiencing frequent nighttime urination, and showing a noticeable decline in mood upon examination. The doctor discovered that he hardly had the habit of drinking enough water. He only relied on morning coffee and a few scattered glasses of plain water throughout the day. After being advised to adjust his drinking habits, just 3 weeks later, Mr. John returned with a brighter complexion, deeper sleep, and most notably, a clearly restored sense of wellness and confidence. From Mr. John's story, we can clearly see one thing. Sometimes the solution to problems that seem complicated actually begins with the smallest things that we tend to overlook. Many older adults believe that simply drinking a lot of water is enough to protect male vitality in later years. However, the truth is not that simple. Drinking water the right way is not just about quantity. It also requires attention to how and when water is consumed. According to experts at the National Institute on Aging, in order for water to truly support hormonal function, prostate health, and the urinary system, older adults should remember the following 5 important principles. First, drink slowly in small sips throughout the day. Instead of drinking a large amount all at once, the body absorbs water best when it is supplied steadily. Avoid drinking too much at once and then excreting it immediately, which causes the kidneys to work too hard. Second, prioritize drinking while sitting down. Many people have the habit of drinking water while walking or standing, not realizing that standing increases pressure on the circulatory and digestive systems. When sitting, the body is in a more relaxed state, making the absorption process smoother and helping to stabilize hormone function and blood circulation. Third, hold the water in your mouth for a few seconds before swallowing, allowing it to mix with saliva. This is a simple yet effective tip because saliva has a natural alkaline property that helps balance the body's acid environment and supports better absorption. Fourth, choose the right water temperature. Water that is too cold can constrict blood vessels and affect digestion, while water that is too hot may damage the mucous membranes. The ideal choice is warm or room temperature water, which is gentle on the stomach and provides good support for hormonal health in later years. Fifth, in the morning, right after waking up, add a small amount of natural sea salt to your first glass of water of the day. Sea salt helps replenish essential electrolytes such as sodium, potassium, and magnesium, supporting the maintenance of cell osmotic pressure and promoting smoother blood circulation. According to recommendations from Dr. Alan Wine, a urology specialist in the United States, combining natural sea salt not only helps restore minerals, but also provides valuable support for prostate health and the urinary system after the age of 60. All of these principles are easy to apply at home and do not require expensive equipment or high costs. The key is to maintain them consistently and patiently each day in order to feel the difference. Now, what about the amount of water and the right timing for older adults? Drinking a large amount of water is not always better, especially for men over the age of 60. Managing the timing and amount of water intake each day becomes even more important to maintain stable vitality. Hormonal function in later years. And prostate health, according to recommendations from the National Institute on Aging, men over 60 should maintain an average water intake of 2.5 to 3 liters per day, which is equivalent to about 10 to 12 glasses of water evenly divided throughout the day. However, this number can be adjusted flexibly depending on body weight, activity level, and the climate where one lives. For example, if you live in a hot and humid area like Florida or California during the summer, your water needs will be higher compared to places with a colder climate. More importantly, you should not drink too much water all at once. Doing so does not help the body absorb water better and may place additional strain on the urinary system. In particular, avoid drinking a large amount of water in the evening before going to bed. Drinking too much close to bedtime can easily cause the body to wake up during the night to use the restroom, which interrupts deep sleep. Deep sleep is very necessary for maintaining hormonal balance and male vitality in later years, according to Dr. Michael Irwig, a testosterone specialist in the United States. Frequent sleep disruption is a silent cause that indirectly reduces male vitality after 60. Another note is to avoid drinking water immediately after meals, especially within the first 30 minutes. If you drink water right after eating, it will dilute the digestive fluids, making it harder for the body to absorb nutrients. It is best to drink water 30 minutes before a meal or about 30 minutes after a meal to support effective digestion without affecting the stomach or prostate function. In addition, with fruits that contain a high amount of water, such as watermelon or citrus fruits, it is advisable to wait about 1 hour after eating before drinking more water so that the body has time to process the water content from the food first. One small but very useful tip to quickly check if your body is hydrated is to observe the color of your urine. Light yellow urine is an ideal sign that the body has enough water. If the urine is dark yellow, it is a signal that you need to drink more water. On the other hand, if the urine is too clear and happens too frequently, it may indicate the body has too much water, which is also not good for the urinary system in later years. Listening to your body and distributing your water intake reasonably throughout the day is the key to maintaining male vitality. Keeping a clear mind and staying healthy in the long term. Now, how exactly does water affect the hormonal and endocrine functions of men? After 60, you may have never thought about it. But drinking water the right way is not only related to blood circulation or the urinary system, it also plays a crucial role in maintaining hormonal function and endocrine health for men after the age of 60. Natural male hormones, especially testosterone, are the key factor that determines the level of vitality, optimistic spirit, and the stable operation of the prostate and related organs. According to a study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism in 2020, prolonged dehydration increases cortisol, the stress hormone, which has an opposite effect to testosterone. When cortisol levels rise, the body prioritizes maintaining blood pressure, temperature, and other basic life functions, while the system that produces natural male hormones is temporarily set aside. In other words, lacking water puts the body into survival mode, ignoring physiological needs that are important but not immediately essential. In addition, the kidneys and liver are two major organs involved in regulating hormones in the body. When there is not enough water, their ability to filter waste becomes weaker. Toxins accumulate more, which negatively affects the process of synthesizing and balancing natural hormones. This is the reason why some men, even if they maintain a normal diet and get enough rest, still feel their vitality gradually declining over time without understanding the cause. Sometimes it is simply because they have let their body fall into a state of silent dehydration for a long period. Furthermore, dehydration affects sleep quality, which indirectly impacts hormonal function in later years. When the body lacks water, the nervous system becomes more easily stimulated. Sleep becomes restless and light, leading to prolonged fatigue and reduced mental clarity. According to Dr. Abraham Morgentaler, a men's health specialist in the United States, he emphasizes that continuous deep sleep for 6 to 8 hours each night is the decisive factor for the body to produce stable natural testosterone. And in order to sleep well, maintaining a proper amount of water throughout the day is one of the most important factors. In summary, the relationship between water and hormonal function in men over 60 is not limited to circulation or the urinary system. It is a continuous chain of effects that influences overall health and well-being for each individual. After understanding the important role of water in supporting male vitality, hormonal function in later years, and prostate health, the most important thing now is to take action by starting with small but consistent daily habits. Fortunately, these habits are neither complicated nor expensive. Anyone can practice them right at home without the need for special equipment or medications. The first habit is to maintain a steady water intake according to the principles shared earlier. Drinking water slowly in small sips, allowing it to mix with saliva, drinking while sitting, and choosing warm water are the foundations that help the circulatory system operate smoothly. From there, they provide strong support for hormonal function and stabilize the urinary system in later years. Please remember to divide your water intake into 8 to 12 drinking times per day, avoiding consuming too much water in the evening. The second habit is to incorporate light walking for 15 to 30 minutes each day. According to multiple studies from the American Urological Association, light physical activity not only improves blood circulation, but also helps eliminate toxins through sweat glands, reducing the burden on the kidneys and liver. When blood circulation improves, male vitality in later years will also improve naturally and sustainably. Especially for those experiencing nighttime urination or reduced male vitality, walking lightly each day combined with proper water intake will bring noticeable changes in just 2 to 3 weeks. The third habit is to get enough sleep and maintain a relaxed mental state. As previously discussed, deep sleep is a key factor for the body to produce stable testosterone. You should try to maintain a consistent sleep schedule and avoid prolonged stress by practicing deep breathing exercises or listening to gentle music before bedtime. Additionally, you can combine using mild herbal teas that support sleep, such as chamomile tea or lotus heart tea. However, it is important not to drink too close to bedtime to avoid placing additional strain on the urinary system. These 3 habits, when combined, create a healthy cycle that helps men after the age of 60 maintain stable vitality in the long term, while minimizing common urinary or prostate-related issues that often appear in later years. The important thing is not to try to do too many things at once, but to patiently maintain these small actions consistently each day, step by step. In this way, simply by drinking water the right way each day, you can take proactive care of and improve male vitality in later years, naturally, safely, and sustainably without the need for complicated or costly methods. By maintaining a regular water intake, choosing the appropriate temperature, combined with deep sleep and light daily physical activity, the body will maintain stable hormonal function, support a healthy prostate, and minimize common issues related to the urinary system as you pass the age of 60. The journey of caring for health in later years is not something distant or difficult to achieve. It begins with very small actions, such as sipping a glass of warm water in the morning, taking a slow walk around the house, or building the habit of going to bed at the right time and keeping a relaxed mindset each night. It is these small things maintained consistently every day that will help you clearly feel positive changes from within. Not only making the body more flexible, but also bringing an optimistic spirit and joy in daily life. If you find today's content truly helpful, please click subscribe to continue receiving many new videos about elderly healthcare. From gentle exercises to scientifically balanced diets, suitable for each age. In addition, please share in the comments below which country you are living in, how old you are, or any questions you may have about male vitality and urinary health in later years. I always read each comment and will gather them to answer in future videos. Thank you for taking the time to listen to today's content. I wish you good health, peace of mind, and do not forget to start today with a glass of water prepared the right way just for yourself.